Hey, what's up everybody, Arin here and I'm back with another recap of the San Marino Grand Prix weekend in Italy. And we're gonna start off with the MotoGP as always. The race top 5 was as follows: Francesco Bagnaia, a home victory for the Italian. Fabio Corteraro was second, Enea Bastianini was third, Marc Marquez was fourth and Jack Miller was fifth. That leaves the championship top 5 like this. Fabio Corteraro still leads with 234 points. Francesco Bagnaia is second with 186 points. Joan Mir has 167 points. Joan Zarco has 141 points. And Jack Miller is right behind him with 140 points. Then my rookie to watch, Enea Bastianini, rode a masterclass of a race. He started 12th on the grid, had a great start, he fought his way through the pack and he finished in a well-deserved 3rd place. Then my underdog to watch, Aleix Espargaro, rode an okay race, he finished in 8th position. And the kudos of the week go to Bastianini because he's on one of the most outdated bikes on the grid, and to then plant it on the podium, he deserves huge respect. Well done, Bastia. Then I don't really have a sad part of the race, so we'll skip it for this week. And my wild win prediction, Fabio Corteraro, I thought he could win, but I was very close as he finished in 2nd. But for next week, I think Marc Marquez could win the race in his beloved Circuit of the Americas. Then on to the Moto2, the race top 5 was as follows: Ralph Fernandez won the race, Remy Garner was 2nd, Aaron Canet was 3rd, Sam Lowes was 4th and Marco Bezzecchi was 5th. That leaves the championship top 5 like this. Remy Garner leads with 271 points, Ralph Fernandez is 2nd with 237 points, Marco Bezzecchi is 3rd with 190 points, Sam Lowes is 4th with 140 points, and Aaron Canet is 5th with 119 points. Then my rookie to watch, Ralph Fernandez, rode an incredible race and went back to back to close in again a little bit in the championship on Remy Garner. Fabulous race from the young Spaniard. Then my underdog to watch, Jake Dixon, he had a tough time out in Italy, he finished in 19th. Then the kudos of the week again go to Ralph Fernandez, just like last week, very impressive performance with a right hand that's not still fully healed. Then I don't really have a sad part of the race again, so we'll skip it for this week. And then a special mention for Bo Benschneider, who had a tough race in 25th position, and for Barry Baltus, who unfortunately crashed out of the race. And then my wild win prediction, Marco Bezzecchi, I was wrong with that one as he finished in 5th, but for Coda I think Garner could win the race. Then moving on to the Moto 3 class, the race of 5 was as follows: Dennis Foggia won the race ahead of Nicolo Antonelli, Andrea Migno, Sergio Garcia and Joe Mamassia, closing out the top 5. That leaves the championship top 5 like this. Pedro Acosta still leads with 210 points. Sergio Garcia is 2nd with 168 points. Dennis Foggia is tied with Sergio Garcia. He's also on 168 points. Romano Fenati has 134 points and Joe Mamassia has 122 points. Then my rookie to watch, Pedro Acosta, rode a good race to finish in 7th, considering he had trouble braking and he had to use his boot to slow down. Then my underdog to watch, Dennis Onchu, crashed very hard in FP3, causing a red flag and he was unconscious for a moment, but on Sunday he was declared fit to race and he finished in 21st. Then the kudos of the week go to Dennis Foggia as he completed the hat-trick of riders doing the double. All the riders that won last race won this one as well in Misano. Then the sad part of the race was the crash of Romano Fenati while leading the race. He just had to finish it and it would be his, but it's easier said than done. He had a little gap to the guys behind him and it would have been his for sure. Then the wild win prediction, Dennis Onchu, I was wrong with that one as his crash didn't help, but for next week I think Fenati could win the race because I think he'll be back with a vengeance. Then moving over to the Moto E Championship, it was back for a doubleheader and also the season finale of the Moto E World Cup. Unfortunately, the leader of the championship before the weekend, Alessandro Zaccone, had a huge crash in the first Moto E race, which I actually filmed on my phone. And the top 3 of race 1 was Jordi Torres, and second was Dominic Aegerter, and Mattia Casadei completed the top 3. Then the second race and the title decider had a huge controversial moment as the title protagonist Domi Egeter and Jordi Torres collided on the last lap and Torres went down. Domi Egeter did his cooldown lap celebrating as he had won the championship, but due to his harsh move on Jordi Torres, he received a virtual pit lane right-through penalty of 38 seconds, which set him back from winner of the race to the 12th position, which didn't give him enough points to reel in Torres, and in the end it was Jordi Torres, aka Spanish Elvis, who became a back-to-back Moto E champion. The top 3 of the second Moto E race was Matteo Ferrari, Mattia Casade and Mikel Pons was in third. That leaves the championship top 3 like this. Jordi Torres becomes the first back-to-back Moto E champion with 100 points. Domi Egeter is second with 93 points and Mattia Ferrari has 86 points. Then before I'm going to close this one off, I just want to say one thing. I was at the race in Misano and I saw the booing and the whistling against Marquez, and I mean, I'm a Rossi fan. I've been following him for the most of my life. But I don't like the cheering and the whistling and the booing of Marquez. I mean, that's just not respectful. I think we should have respect for all the riders, and clearly they didn't, and that bothers me. So if you listen to this and you ever booed, you're a dick. Please don't do it anymore. Have respect for all of the riders. That's just what I wanted to say. I'm going to leave you here. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.